Hey everyone, it's Trevor here with another Daclus quality review. This is part of my New Year's resolution to see every movie that comes out in my theater and give a quick little review while sitting in my car on my phone. So today I went and saw Swiss Army Man. This movie stars Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. Paul Dano plays a character who is stuck on an island and he's about to kill himself. He's about to hang himself when a body sort of washes up on shore. This is the dead body of Daniel Radcliffe, and so it's very gaseous, and Paul Dano uses the gas to sort of ride the body to another bit of land, and he takes the body and decides to start using it. Just takes the body with him, I guess, sort of as a weird company thing to traverse the land, this new land that he's on, trying to find his way home. It turns out the body has different uses, sort of like a Swiss Army knife, and hence Swiss Army Man. And so he starts using its different like abilities, and it turns out to also be a zombie. And the zombie, again, Daniel Radcliffe. But basically, that's sort of the premise of this weird film. It's a bit bizarre. It's a very dark comedy type film. I like dark comedies. For me, this movie was sort of just good-ish, I'd say. There are parts that I really enjoyed, but it did some weird things where I'm like really getting into some points, and then it would just bomb. Like it would just ruin the parts that I really liked. It would just start building, and it would be like, oh, I'm about to get actually like emotional. There are some points that are seriously like deeper sort of emotional bits, and then they just sort of go and sort of ruin it a bit, and that was really kind of annoying. And that happened basically at every point that I thought was really good, is it just sort of dropped. And so it has these really good bits, and it sort of ruins them. Overall, though, I still really enjoyed, because there are some really good bits. I really like Daniel Radcliffe's performance as this zombie body character. It was just a lot of fun to watch. I think Paul Daniel Dana Paul. Jeez, I can't even remember. Yeah, but you know his name. But he did a good job. Paul Dano. He did a good job as well. I think the acting in this is good. I mean, those are basically the only two characters in this. They're both quite good. Um, but yeah, I had some bits that just didn't sit well with me. Um, there were definitely bits where I was kind of bored. I was also kind of just like, okay, wrap it up. I want this movie to be over. The end is kind of longer than it just feels really long, like it should be over. Um, it, I don't know. It's not. There are a lot of people I know that not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but there are definitely people I've heard who quite like this movie and really enjoyed it. And you might as well. But for me, it was just sort of good-ish. There are definitely enjoyable bits. So for me, I can't say go see it in theaters. For me, I'd say you probably should see this movie. It's actually a decent movie, but you should wait for it to be on video. So whether you do a digital download or wait for it on Netflix or something, or wait for it to be on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever you use to watch your videos after they've come out of theaters. Just wait for that, because I'm not sure it's worth the movie cost and all that. So that's what I would recommend, is just waiting for that. Because I think it's definitely worth seeing, particularly for Daniel Radcliffe's just sort of weird zombie dead body performance is a bit of fun here and there, and it's a weird movie, and I think in that case, if it's not a terrible weird movie, you should probably see it. Like there are some of these weird movies that come out that are just really bad, and those ones you shouldn't see. But then like a lot of the weird movies are, if they're not really bad, they're actually really great. There's those two sort of variants of it's either really bad or really great, and it's kind of weird that this one isn't either really. It sort of meets sort of in the middle for me, because it just goes back and forth between really good and kind of bad. It doesn't ever really go, I think, really bad, just bad, but it just goes to a place where I'm like, that's not great. That's not particularly well done. So overall, it's worth a look, but I wouldn't say it's something you need to get out and see. So I don't think you need to spend your money on seeing it in theaters. It's not one of those movies. But yeah, other people might disagree with it. Post it in the comments if you disagree, if you really like this movie, because that would be great. Maybe other people will. Say what you did like about this movie and maybe why. Give an explanation of why you liked it. Maybe someone will see your opinion and think that fits more of what I'm looking for rather than what I thought of it overall. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. I didn't really enjoy it. I just kind of enjoyed it. I just say some things. Sometimes you just go out and say, "Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it," when you don't. That was just sort of a throwaway. Wow, I should just end this thing. Okay, so if you want, oh yeah, movies coming out this week. I know Star Trek Beyond. I think Bad Moms might be one of them, and I forget there's a third one that I don't remember. But sometimes these movies don't even come to my theater when I'm looking them up, and that's when they're supposed to be there, or sometimes other movies from the past that got limited releases show up out of nowhere. So I don't know. I sort of gave up on this a while back when that kept happening, where I was like, "Oh, this movie's coming out," and it didn't come out, or "Oh, this movie's," or thinking, and then a movie just shows up. I go, "Okay, these are the movies coming out," and then a different movie shows up, like Swiss Army Man itself. I didn't see it it wasn't in sort of the schedule where I'm looking. I'm just looking on like Wikipedia, so I don't have the best place, and my theater doesn't show what movies are coming out until basically they're out. So it's not the best way to figure out what's going on. This is not the place to look at what's coming up. Is my reaction, my reviews. So, if you want to check out more of these review videos, get information on the new ones coming up, subscribe to this channel. You can also look at past videos I've done, past reviews I've done of all the movies that have come out this year so far, in my theater at least. You can also check out, here we have reaction videos to sort of the geeky trailers that come out. This is things for like TV, movies, video games, and comic books. I do this with a couple friends of mine, where we also have a podcast called Geek Wars Podcast, such as the title of this YouTube channel, where we talk about sort of the geeky things, the geeky news things of each week. Just discuss what we think and what's our favorite stuff or least favorite stuff and all that stuff. It's coming up. Stuff and stuff. We also have on there, actually, we have a new podcast on the network, the Geek Wars Podcast Network, where we talk, a couple friends of mine are doing it. It's about Die Hard. It's sort of a Die Hard on a blank, and it's about sort of saying, okay, what's a Die Hard movie? Each episode, they'll talk about like a new movie and say whether or not it's a Die Hard movie. Does it fit the criteria that makes a Die Hard movie? So like Die Hard on a Boat would be some movie, I don't know, that might be out there. There might be something that they quantify as Die Hard on a Boat. We'll see. I don't know. They only have one episode so far. So check that out. We have a Big Brother podcast that is iffy right now, but if you like Big Brother, the US TV show, go check that out. That's what we have going. We also have a Facebook that you can like, and we have a Twitter at Geek Wars Podcast, and you can follow me on Twitter at Daclus, spelling in the title of the video. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, bye now.